Hi guys, I got a lot of questions about my tattoos, where I got them from, when I started, how it is living in Japan with tattoos. You sent me a lot of questions, and if you have any more, drop it in the comments. And yeah, let's go. So I was a bit late and most of my friends already had a lot of tattoos, but I have like this skin condition that makes my skin swell and become very, very red when I scratch myself, even if it's just with a brush. So I always thought it might be like difficult, that the ink is gonna turn out well. So I went to a lot of dermatologists, and they actually told me that it will never be possible. But then a lot of people around me had tattoos and I wanted to. So I just went to one of their artists and I asked him if he wants to try it out. He did this little Hello Kitty. It was good. And the funny thing is that actually this condition got better after this. So sometimes I still get very, like, it swells a little bit and it gets very red when I get scratched or something. But overall it's way better than before actually. So I will tell you about the ones that did art on my body and that I still follow. So the most recent one is my leg sleeve and it's done by Asa. And Asa also did this one first that I still really like. It's a little kitsune. And here is the upper part of the leg sleeve. And oh my god, I love this dragon! Asa has probably done the most on my body and we've spent countless hours, please don't ask me how many, countless hours together. She was tattooing and I was watching anime. Shout out to Asa, thank you, arigatou gozaimasu. My upper sleeve is done by Adrian Sieb. And also this one, very, very important, this one, very important. So we finished my arm and then I was like, do you have any other wonderdo's? Is there anything you want to do? And he was like, yeah, I have this leftover from this event. Do you want to have like a cat? And I was like, oh my god. And to this day, this is my spiritual animal. The lower arm here was done by an artist called Lena Nieste. And these were daily sessions. So this is one session and this is one session, because he was guest spotting in Austria. So we had to finish this in like, I think, 6 or 8 hours each side. So one side and this side. This was actually the first part of the whole sleeve. And I actually never wanted a sleeve, but it just happened. Then there's flowers on this side of my arm and some lyrics on my torso that are done by Ella Winchester. One very, very special tattoo for me is the Sailor Moon on my leg. I got this from Laura Anunnaki and I was on holiday in 2018 when I saw that she's gonna be here at the same time, so I made an appointment and she was not living here yet, I was not living here yet, but now we're both in Japan and she recently moved from Osaka to Tokyo and there's gonna be an Invasion Club Tokyo Studios. So congratulations, Invasion Club! 単純にこういうスタイル好きです。あすささんがこういう絵をめっちゃ上手描くんですよ。インスタとスタジオでいろんなあささんが描いた竜とかを見て、私もこれ美味しいって言っちゃいました。それだけで。Definitely around my knee here, inside. I was sweating, I was in pain, I was shaking, I was not okay. And Asa, she was just like, 大丈夫ですか? I was not 大丈夫. I was absolutely not 大丈夫 in that moment. I wouldn't say it's hard, but it's definitely different than overseas. So just for example, when I go to the gym, I have to cover my whole body. Think wearing long sleeve, wearing long pants even if it's hot. I've never been to a pool, I've never been to onsen in Japan. There are places where it's okay, but there's, for example, there are also beaches where it's not okay to enter if you have tattoos. So be aware of that. If you're thinking about moving to Japan and you don't have a tattoo yet, maybe wait a little bit until you've done certain things and maybe at some point society here will change, we don't know. If you're a tourist, there are things like, for example, onsen in hotels where you're sometimes not allowed to enter, which is kind of surprising because it's made for tourists. But I mean, there's also Japanese people, so just be considering, cover whenever you can. So there were times when I got like dismissive comments or like people just wanting to comment on, I don't know, just weird. But I mean, it happens everywhere. Let's be honest, it happens everywhere in the world. People comment on your tattoos, whether it be positive or negative. So I'm basically prepared for everything. But there was this one time on the train when there was this elder couple and I was holding the strap like this, I think. And the woman, the lady, she looked at my sleeve and she had like huge eyes, like, and I was like, oh my god, is she gonna say something? Am I gonna get in trouble? Is this gonna be a fight? I don't know. And I think I was wearing like a t-shirt or something, so you could see a lot. And I mean, what should I do? So yeah, so she looked at her husband and she was like making this gesture, like, like, but she didn't say anything at that point. She was just looking. He was looking at it too, and then they looked at each other and she was just like, Kitty. And I was like, oh my god. I couldn't help but laughing. And I mean, she realized it and we were both like, It was very a sweet moment. I really like, why am I still holding this girl? It was a very sweet moment. And that was the moment when I realized that there's also like elderly people who are not judging me and who are not looking down at me for having it. This is so hard because I mean, I don't hate any of my tattoos. I would probably do a lot of things differently if I could start from scratch, because right now I have a lot of different styles on my body, which is not really what I was planning to have, but I mean, it just happens, especially if you don't really think about it a lot. So think about it properly, guys. If you get anything, think about it properly. But yeah, I love my leg sleeve. I love this part of my sleeve here a lot. Can I leave those two? Please. Thank you guys for watching. I hope I replied to all your questions. If you have more, drop them in the comments and subscribe to my channel, and see you next time. Bye.